Oh, it's been a few weeks since I started in on this room here. I was all bound and determined to get it all finished up, and I did make some good progress with it. I got the walls with the first coat of paint and a bunch of drywall touch-ups after that, and I kind of decided, well, I really cannot go any further with that until I get all of the woodwork finished. So I've been picking away at that. Despite my outside work, every couple of days or so, I've been slowly working in this room. This whole closet door thing, the trim around that is 100% done. All the polyurethane and windows still not done. But in the meantime, what I have done is all of the baseboards, all of the floor has received one coat of polyurethane. And well, I'm looking at what I got here. I'm just going to mention this just for my own folly. Each wall, this is the south wall. There is a Dutchman in the baseboard. Then we come over to, what's this, east wall. Another Dutchman in the baseboard there. And then the north wall. Oh boy, that one really poorly. That's not even close to a match. And the west wall. Every single wall in this room has baseboard with a Dutchman, and besides that, I guess it was a while back, I had to put a patch in the floor here. That was kind of fun to do. And oh yeah, this is actually a patch also, part of the original furnace system we had. And so anyway, I kind of concluded before I finish any of this drywall paint stuff, it's so close. It can just be done. But the woodwork has to be done first so that I can properly tape it off. If anything should splush upon it, I can easily clean it up. If it were to land on it now, it'd be a mess. And well, so here's what has been really eating up a lot of my time here on this. I had this camera shot set up. Come on. Where is it? Is that it? Okay, the floor. This room, it will never do this room any work that I do above the baseboards. It will never do justice to this room until I refinish the floor as well. And this floor is an original, over 100-year-old floor. It's a mix of, my best guess is pine and fir, mostly pine. Maybe all pine. And it was never sanded when originally put in. They slammed this stuff down and threw a finish on it fast as they could. And that's how it was for over 100 years until I came along and decided to give it its first sanding and then refinish it. Now, as I said, this entire floor has had its first coat of polyurethane, and since then, what I've done is, prior to that, the only thing 95% of this floor saw was the belt sander, a 3x21 belt sander with never anything finer than 40 grit going across this prior to polyurethane. And then around the edges, I used my trusty little 5-inch orbital with never less than 40 grit going around these edges. And I'm just, this is not a professional job. A disclaimer, by no means am I recommending any of this. I'm just explaining how I did it. And there you go. And well, what I've done is, as I said, over the floor, it only saw the belt sander. Well, this evening, what I have done is taken the orbital sander with 120 grit sandpaper and gone over it again and again and again and really chased it down, making it smooth. And you can see a difference in color between here where I have sanded and then here where I have not. Besides that, well, as long as I'm finishing the floor, the way I put the finish on this floor is I used a spray gun. I sprayed it all on. I had my brush at the ready, but never saw a reason to use it. It was all sprayed. And, well, while spraying, I went ahead and got the baseboards also. And this one, it's just about there. It's pretty sweet. It's had a coat of, actually this one's had 2 coats of polyurethane. And it is, well, I went over the floor with 120 grit. Over this, I used my orbital sander with 220 grit. Going over the first couple of coats of polyurethane, and it is just smooth as a baby's ass. However, the top here, the base cap, maybe you can hear it. Smooth, rough. I still need to sand this. And over here, I have sanded it. Smooth and smooth. Oh boy, this maybe needs a little more sanding. And how am I doing that sanding? I use one of the worn out discs from what I was just doing. Here's a 220. And I find I really wear away at the outer edge, but the center really never gets that much wear. So I can use this thing to just kind of, put a crease in it. And I gotta go over this stuff like this. Boy, this is the tedium part of it. But I gotta go over every piece of this baseboard in this room with this sandpaper like this. And going along the edge and along here, and so on. And, well, oh yeah, I was going to do the demonstration on the floor thing. Well, even the baseboard, for that matter. Here's where it has been sanded. Okay, this is an audio thing. Here it's been sanded. Oh geez, I gotta check the camera and make sure this is actually in screen. I so screw up on these shots. Here we go. All right. Here is where it has been sanded. And here's my splice. I'm pretty proud of my matching of the grain here where I had to, and it's smooth. Okay, then we come over along here. Listen. So you can hear the difference. I don't necessarily even need my eyes to know that that needs more work. And likewise with the floor, here we go again, where I have sanded it already. I can run my hand along. Then when I come over here where it's not sanded yet, and I think, well, there's what's ahead of me for the evening, and enough said.